Today is the start of the repair project of this 2012 ZX14R we picked up last video at a tow yard on a lien sale, clean title for $2,800. Today we're taking off the Kawasaki green fairings and slapping on some Chinese maroon red fairings that should match the McLaren that's back in the paint shop. This bike was obviously laid down at some point, so there's other repairs we need to do as well, but a lot of it is just cosmetic. And last but not least, today we're gonna be timing the project. I'm gonna get my stopwatch out on my phone, hit that start button, we're gonna get straight to work. So let's do it. Let's freaking do it. This is the bike. This is the fairing kit we're slapping on here. While all the fairings are off though, we're gonna be fixing the exhaust. We're gonna be fixing a couple other things here and there, but most of the cosmetic problems will be solved by this kit. The only thing I know about taking off body panels from a motorcycle is you just start unscrewing stuff and start popping stuff out. So let's just get straight to it. But before we get too far, why don't we just take a second out for today's video sponsor, the Sinkwire Portable Air Inflator.
This is a 150 PSI compact portable air compressor with a large screen for friendly user interface.
Look at this thing, dude. Freaking crazy. This thing is very small. It's like I could probably fit this, I can fit this in my pocket.
Along with the air compressor, it also comes with a bright flashlight, slow flashing SOS light, a fast flashing SOS light, along with the USB and USB-C charging ports for charging your devices as a power bank. The Sinkwire can change its pump settings with just one click to air up car tires, motorcycle tires, bike tires, and even your balls. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate how fast it pumps up and how loud it is on my ZX14R motorcycle tire.
That airs it up really fast. That is so quiet too. Like I'm just talking normally right now. You can barely hear it. That is insane.
And of course, it comes with all the accessories you need to pump really anything, and the user manual, warranty booklet, and even a set of valve caps.
Thanks so much, Sinkwire, for sending this little guy out. Actually impressed how fast this little guy airs up motorcycle tires. So if you guys want to check this out, there's a link below. Let's get back to the video. Variety of screws here. Half of these are already loose. That's hilarious. Well, at least somebody didn't strip them. A lot of the panels are still really nice, obviously. We have a whole panel missing here that was supposed to match the Kawasaki green there. And down here, it's cracked. Not a whole lot we can do about that. So, came with the toolkit and everything. That's crazy. Both those tabs were completely broken off already. Nice. Turn signal needs to come out. Easy money. It's the entire back end. That's been like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes. Where did the freaking Allen wrench go? Mother effer, are you serious? The wiring in here actually looks really nice though. Like, wow. It's not an old bike, I guess. It's not, definitely not. I mean, it's like 12 years old still, I guess. Freaking 2012 is 12 years ago? Holy crap. All right, found it. All right, off with the sketchy windshield. That's completely, wow, let's get a shot of that. That's like completely stripped. Whoever screwed that in gave no Fs. Yeah, still got it though. Just had to do it at a huge angle. There's an 8mm in here, completely different thing. Also, anyone hating on this universal socket, obviously just never used one. For small stuff like this, it's so nice. Freaking just put it right on there. It takes it right out, any kind of bolt. Look at this thing. That's hilarious. Incredible, fantastic work. Yeah, all these are like already loose. The frick? Let's go. That was already done for me. How about that? Oh, there we go. Nice. No idea how I'm doing this, but yeah, it's working, so that's all that matters. Oh, frick. Let's get this massive frickin' tank cover off. What? Wow, that one's stripped out too. Are you serious? Let's go. Frickin' seriously. Zip ties. Oh, hello. How many times has this bike been apart, dude? There's different nuts on everything. They lost like half the hardware, and I can see why, but oh, freaking. Wow, how do I get the freaking back there? Nobody got hands that small. Let's get an ultra mega extension. That should do it. All right. Thank you. amazing carbon fiber wrap job. Look at that. That is it for the disassembly. The tank, unfortunately, is going to just be like that. This color is gonna look so much better. Man. All right, check this thing out, dude. Freaking sweet. While all the panels are still off, I'm gonna need to take care of the tank and wrap that. So I'm gonna have to strip the emblems, I have to take the tank protector off, then I'm gonna have to wrap it with whatever I have over there. I think I have some carbon fiber and we'll probably just slap it on there. But right now, let's go ahead and take care of this exhaust. Definitely pretty loose on there. And unfortunately, half of the clamp is actually missing from the exhaust pipe. So there's supposed to be a top cover here that connects to that one. Just like that side, that's how it's supposed to look. So unfortunately, this side, it's still holding. It's just kind of a cosmetic thing. Like it'll still do the same thing, but it's looser than it should be. But of course, you're looking at the bike from here all the time, so you can't really notice it unless you know it's there. This bike actually would not look bad as like a naked bike if you just took all the front end stuff off right there. But next up, let's get this exhaust pipe figured out. And we are currently only an hour and 5 minutes into this project. Let's see how much this Two Brothers system cost. Sheesh, never mind. $1,000. I think we'll just fix it the fast and cheap way. Don't even have to take the muffler off. I'll just leave it like this. Straight pipe the sucker. That's hilarious. This is salvageable. We could save this. Well, let's save this. I mean, I know I'll get some flack for doing this, but it is like, why overcomplicate an exhaust joint? Like, come on. It's not even gonna be seen. Whoever installed these radiator hoses and lines and everything actually looks like did a good job. A little bit low, but still coolant in there, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of that and get some more coolant if I can. I'm gonna run to AutoZone real quick. More coolant. Oil already looks good in this thing, so I'm not worried about it. And then maybe some exhaust paint. Do you guys happen to have, I'm looking for coolant for a motorcycle. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I just get some Universal and just top it off. Like, what harm could that do? I would say my hindsight vision's probably like 14, 20. I should have just gone black. So I think we're just gonna do that. While we're here, just gonna go black. Once you go black, you never go back. I got silver. I was like, silver will probably look good with the project, but then I just sprayed it and I'm like, nah, it doesn't look good. So much better. Wow. Yep, I don't know what I was thinking with the silver. I'm an idiot, that's what I was thinking. Now that all the fairings are off the bike, it actually might not look like it, but we have 3 things that we need to do while the fairings are off. First, we need to fix the loose exhaust pipe. Secondly, we need to wrap the tank, make it match the kit since the tank doesn't come with the kit. I didn't know that when I bought it. And thirdly, it looks like there's a lowering kit that was installed by the previous owner, which I am going to raise up a little bit since they put it on the lowest setting. Let's get to those 3 things and then we'll slap these new fairings back on. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but who really cares at this point? I was able to actually adjust the pipe. Whoever installed it prior didn't really twist the pipe how it should have been. So it actually was not parallel with the other canister, which bugged me. Here we are doing a lot better of a job. All right, there we go, parallel, nice and tight. That's not perfect because this, but hey, budget job. I'm not gonna complain, much better than it was. All right, with the exhaust done, let's get to wrapping this tank black or carbon fiber, whatever I have over there, just so it matches the fairing kit. Of course, let's start off by debadging it, taking off the tank protector and taking off the gas cap. Let's just get to it. By no means am I a professional rapper, but I've had some experience in it and I'm just gonna give it my best shot. Motorcycle tanks specifically are pretty hard to wrap just because there's so many curves and bends and stuff. but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Obviously the correct way to do this would be to actually remove the tank, disconnect everything, get it painted, color match the paint, but that would be thousands of dollars by the time it was done, and probably a couple weeks trying to get that done. And because I didn't know this part didn't come with it, I'm just kind of improvising right now, and this probably would be my solution anyway, even if I knew that the tank wasn't included in the kit. I'd probably just wrap it. This is an efficient, fast, and cheap way to do it. So that's what we're doing. Let's get started. Fun fact, and a little bit of a bummer in my opinion, the aftermarket lowering links are actually on the highest settings. So this is as high as the bike is going to sit. It's not bad, but I wish it would have gone up like another inch or two. But yeah, kind of strange. There's an aftermarket lowering kit and it's not even lowered. So anyway, this is the ride height we're stuck with. It's not bad, but it would have been nice to have a couple more inches on it. So now we get to swap the hardware, turn signals, that kind of thing, into the new aftermarket fairing kit. So let's get to that. Something I mentioned last video, but never addressed here actually, is I totally forgot we need to change the bulb out of this turn signal. You can see they used a red bulb, and this is a turn signal, so it should be amber. So I'm gonna go see if AutoZone has a bulb to replace this with an amber color. Just got back from AutoZone. They did not have a direct match. This is 1156 bulb. Wouldn't you know it, in my pile of random crap, I actually had exactly what I needed. It says it's 1156. No freaking way. No way. Got the freaking hyper flash, but dude, I can't believe we just fixed that for free. I guess I can cancel my Amazon order. How about that? Dude, she's done and it looks fantastic. The real question now though is how deep are we into this build? All right, so before we dive into all the expenses, let's recap where we've been with this thing. So we got this bike for $2,800 on a lean sale. It was Kawasaki green, had some miscellaneous repairs we had to do. $2,800 was all I was in for at the time. So every purchase after that was an expense for the actual project. And there's only a couple things we actually had to buy for this thing. It was already a fairly nice bike. First thing we had to buy was the fairing kit. Obviously, the thing that completely changed the game on the look of this bike. The fairing kit was $442.70, and that was with all the plastics minus the tank cover, which I didn't know was not included. The product listing just had a bunch of plastic parts spread apart. I figured it was just a kit that would replace all of the color that was already on the bike. It was not. The tank does not have a plastic cover on it. It's an actual gas tank, which I didn't know at the time, but no big deal. We just wrapped it in carbon fiber that I already had. It was probably getting old anyway, so we had to use it at some point. The fairing kit also did not come with the hardware that it was advertised to come with, which burned so much time for me trying to find hardware for it. So it took longer to install and it looks worse in the end because it's mismatched hardware now. I can definitely see why the previous owner who installed the previous fairing kit didn't have matching hardware. I get it now. Sorry for hating on you that much. Besides the fairing kit, it was mostly all just miscellaneous expenses. We had paint and some miscellaneous hardware. I put that at $50. The paint itself was $17 plus tax per can, so that's like $34 plus another $15 to $20 of miscellaneous hardware, screws and stuff that I had to use. And then next expense I'll categorize kind of separately was the DMV fees. I live in California and DMV fees here really suck. Honestly, I can see why everybody moves out of state. But DMV fees for a lean sale motorcycle to get it back on the road, plates, registration, 10 fees, environment fee, every fee. It was $550 for the whole registration process of this thing. And it was supposed to be 900 some according to him. But luckily the dude cut me a break and only charged me $550 for it. All right, and then last thing I bought, didn't install yet because it's not really necessary, was brake pads. The brake pads were $19.27 for this thing. Dude, coming off of the McLaren build, brake pads for $19 felt like a pack of gum. Like one brake pad on the McLaren's like $1,000 just for one brake pad. I got a full set here for 19 bucks. So all said and done, bike for $2,800 plus all the expenses to get it to this point. The bike total came to $3,311.97. That's not including DMV fees. With the DMV fees, it was $3,861.97. Even with DMV fees, this was a steal of a deal. Like, Ryan, thank you again for hooking me up with this. This was an awesome project in the meantime while the McLaren's out of the garage. But now that you know the grand total, let's tell you what the bike is worth. I did the Kelley Blue Book on this bike, 2012 ZX14R. Kelley Blue Book gave me two prices, obviously, the trade-in price of $6,440 or the private party price, typical listing price of $9,200. I think realistically I could get anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000 for this bike as it sits. So if I could get roughly $7,500 or so, if I were to turn around and flip this bike today, I would profit $3,638.03. Dude, not bad. I could definitely see why people get into the lean sale flipping side of the market. You can get some really good vehicles for far under retail price, and a little bit of love, you can either have yourself a really nice vehicle for half of what it's worth, or you could sell it for twice as much as you paid for it. That's what we have into this bike, so a steal of a deal no matter which route I go, because I do have that CBR 1000 we may just have to rebuild and keep, but whichever one I like more, I'm gonna sell the other. So yeah, that's it. This is the first time I'm seeing this thing in the sunlight. Wow. Dude, this thing looks incredible. That is awesome. That is awesome, dude. All right, well, here she is, maiden voyage. Wow. Dude, this thing feels like a nice bike. It really didn't before. It just felt like a project bike. Incredible. Wow. Dude, just look at this color. Let's go on a legit ride on this thing. This thing's so much nicer. Sheesh. Oh, this bike is so much cooler now, dude. It just feels like a whole different machine. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna end up keeping this one over the CBR. What an absolutely smooth bike. Oh, it shifts so well. And it's so fast. I'm in second gear doing like 40 at 3,500 RPM of 11,000 RPM. Holy crap. Absolutely awesome. Wow! What an incredible bike, man. And last but not least, it took us a total of 7 hours, 47 minutes, and 37 seconds to complete this project. That is with me doing the video work, so take an hour and a half or two out of that, and that would be the actual working time probably. So if you divide the profit I could make on this bike by flipping it, and divide that by roughly 7 hours, let's say, total work time on this thing, I was making a solid $520 an hour if I were to flip this bike. Very cool project. I can't wait to actually ride this thing around. I can't wait to get back on the McLaren. It's just been sitting at the freaking paint shop shop for 2.5, almost 3 weeks at this point, not being touched. So now that this is done, I'm gonna go freaking hammer time, SmackDown WWE on the paint guy. I'm gonna roll up to his shop unannounced right now, and I'll catch you guys in the next McLaren video. We'll see how that turns out.